Hey, what's up? How can you fix that convoluted ballot? They had everything in. Good evening. I'm Mayor Ron Nirenberg with Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff. Tonight we're joined by Dr. Colleen Bridger, Assistant City Manager and Interim Metro Health Director. And this is our COVID-19 update for the San Antonio community. Tonight we're reporting 193 new cases of COVID-19 in our community, which brings our total to 47,736. Our new 7-day moving average is now 183. We do have one new death to report, which brings our total to 979, Hispanic male in his 70s, so please do keep him and his family in your prayers. Over in our hospitals tonight, there are 304 patients COVID positive, continuing our gradual downward trend, and still there are 23 new admissions in the hospital in the last 24 hours. So we still are getting folks into the hospital, new admissions of COVID-19, but that is down from where it's been over the last few weeks. 134 patients in the ICU tonight and 81 on ventilators. In terms of capacity, 68% of our ventilators are available and 18% of staffed hospital beds. Now it's Tuesday, but since we weren't here, hopefully you were enjoying a little bit of respite on Monday. Let's review our weekly indicators that the health professionals are watching to measure our overall progress with COVID-19 here in San Antonio. Our case curve is continuing to show a gradual downward trajectory now without any rebounds, so that's very good. We've officially reached our 14-day decline in cases, but remember, the pandemic isn't over just because we want it to be, so keep your masks on, practice physical distancing, wash your hands often, and do your part to protect the most vulnerable members of our community. We still have 5 times the testing capacity relative to the current need, so testing is still in the green. We continue to have the ability also in terms of contact tracing to fully investigate 1,400 cases per day. And that is a good thing because it allows us, again, to isolate infections, new infections that may occur in our community and keep them from spreading too far. Moving to hospitalizations, as I mentioned earlier, we're seeing a gradual decrease week by week. We must remain vigilant to keep these numbers on a downward trend. The number of days it takes to double the number of cases in our community is now 65. And some more new good news this week, the positivity rate has dropped to 6.7%. This drop again brings us closer to our 5% or less goal. Overall, hospital trends are gradually going in the right direction, but the overall system remains under significant stress. Overall, San Antonio's risk level is now within the safe, moderate zone, but remember the word safe is not an excuse to let the past few months of hard work go to waste. We saw that happen early in the summer. Today, many kids return to school for the first time since March. These children and their teachers are counting on you to keep them safe. So again, wear a mask, maintain physical distance from others to protect themselves and to protect you. Remember, your social life is not worth someone's actual life. Let me turn it over to Judge Wolff.
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. And things are headed clearly in the right direction. We know that we've got two events here right on top of each other that will take us, I guess, at least a week or two to maybe see how they come out. We just get off the Labor Day weekend. It'll take us time to see within that 14-day period whether we had any sort of a spike. I hope we didn't. We took all the precautions that we thought we could, closing the parks, and we've pleaded with everybody, even sent out an emergency alert, I think, on Friday to encourage everybody to be careful over the holiday weekend. And then we have schools starting at various times, but really many of them starting today. And we'll take a little while to see how that plays out. And so the next couple of weeks ought to be able to tell us, are we really moving along properly, or did we end up with a spike because of schools or because of Labor Day? When you look at the weekly, it really begins to really show you how much we've improved from, like the mayor said, 304, where just a week ago we had 62 more people in the hospital. Just a week ago, we had 40 more people in ICUs, and then we also had 30 more people on ventilators. So that's a significant improvement over here in the last week with respect to all of those numbers. And then if you look at our total of 304, the last time we were lower than that was back on June the 18th. So we've come a long way. As the mayor said, we just need to continue to be careful as we go along. As schools open, we're still in that moderate zone, but now we're toward the lower end rather than the higher end of it with, 6.7, I think it was. So we're doing right, but let's not let our guard down. We still have a few challenges ahead of us.
Great. Thank you, Judge. And we know many of you are struggling out there with loss of job, loss of hours at work, and we do want you to know that we have relief available. The San Antonio Workforce Recovery and Resiliency Program is now enrolling, and you can find out more information about that at covid19.sanantonio.gov. Help you get trained up for jobs that are available right now, and in the course of doing so, be eligible to receive a stipend to help make the rent, put food on the table, etc. So we are actively enrolling in that program right now, and if you need to be enrolled, please go to the website covid19.sanantonio.gov to find more information. As always, you can get latest by texting COSA.gov to 55000 or go to the website. Again, that website is covid19.sanantonio.gov. Judge Wolff, Dr. Bridger, and myself are available for questions.
Dr. Bridger, as we're coming down from this wave, when do you anticipate, if you anticipate we will have a third wave, when do you think that might occur? And I know we're trying to be optimistic about it, but we're also trying to plan ahead.
Well, I think the judge touched on it. If we see the next increase in cases, we expect to see it 2 to 3 weeks after Labor Day. So that'll be the next time frame that we're watching very closely to see if individuals did wear their masks, maintain their physical distance over the Labor Day holiday.
During Labor Day holiday, anecdotally, did y'all see people masking up and kind of staying distance, or did people pretty much behave, you think?
I mean, there was activity. That's for certain. I got anecdotal reports back that a lot of activity was taking place with masking and with physical distancing. We did, of course, have some violations that were called in, and we had active enforcement going on. It's like everything else. We're not going to be 100%, but we're counting on people to do their part to get as close to it as we can.
Thank you. You said it.